Okay, dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic is about OOPS and Java. Okay, what are OOPS in Java? So let me discuss it. OOPS, we can say, so here we have the abbreviation of Object Oriented Programming System or Structure. What does OOPS stands for? OOPS stands for Object Oriented Programming System, or we can say structure. Next one, OOPS is a programming paradigm. So here, you know about programming. Programming means when we are doing some coding for performing some task. Okay, so that is called programming. In here, what is mean by paradigm? Paradigm means methodology. Methodology, yeah, the method of solving problem or do some task. What is paradigm? Paradigm means methodology. Yeah, we can say a method of solving problems or do task. مقصد شمی است که پارادایم مقصد که امود طریقه کار است یا امود طریقه است که بذریعه امود طرح است که بذریعه او ما یک پرابلم را سولو میکنیم و یا یک تاسک را پرفورم میکنیم. صحیح است؟ So that is the paradigm. So through OOPS we will solve problem, yeah, we will perform task, okay, by using different programs. So because of that, OOPS is called the programming paradigm. So there are main 6 pillars of OOPS. اینجا OOPS که است شش main pillars داره. صحیح است؟ شش اساسی ستون داره. امی شش مربوطی چیست؟ مکمل OOPS است. The Java OOPS که است ما class میخوانیم. Object and methods, this is the second pillar of OOPS. We will also discuss here inheritance in OOPS, polymorphism in OOPS, abstraction in OOPS, encapsulation and OOPS. So these are the 6 main pillars of the OOPS in Java. Okay, so let me first discuss. In this lecture we will discuss the class and the object. These two will be discussed in this class. Okay, yeah, in this lecture, class, object and methods. We have discussed the methods in previous class, so we have a full description about the methods, but in this class we will discuss about, in this lecture we will discuss about the class and object. Okay, and in the later lecture we will discuss about the inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction and encapsulation one by one. So first of all, let me just discuss about the class, that what are the classes. Okay, so here in classes, yeah, the definition of class, we can say class is a blueprint or template and is not a real world entity. Class is collection of objects. Class does not occupy memory, and here we have a syntax of a class. Okay, so let me just give you a real example of classes and objects. Okay, so here we have the real world example of a class. Then you will understand these statements. Okay, that what is meant by blueprint, template, or class is not a real world entity. Okay, so look at this. Here, for example, we have animal class. Animal. You know about animal. Okay, animal is what? This is the class. In this animal class we have a lot of objects. For example, cat, dog, or any other element. For example, elephant, goat, sheep, any other animal. Okay, so here animal is what? This is the class. This is just a blueprint. This is not a real world entity. This is just a name for the object. This is just a blueprint. we can say yeah, this is just a template. So we have animal, and in animal category then we will have different object. For example, this is an object for animal class cat and dog. Yeah, for example, I'm taking for example birds. So what are the birds? Birds is the class name. This is a class. And what we have in this, inside this birds, so inside birds we have for example a hen. Hen is a bird. This is an object in this class. Okay, yeah, we can say right here for example sparrow. Sparrow. This is a bird. This is also a bird. But this is an object in this bird class. Okay, bird is a class and this is an object. So class is what? Class is just only a template. Yeah, we can say this is just a blueprint for the object. Okay, and this is not a real world entity. Real world entity needs the animal क्या है real world entity needs the. So cat is a real world entity and this belongs to animal. Dog is a real world entity and this belongs to animals. Okay, so animal is a class name, cat is an object in this class. Okay, yeah, we can say birds is a class name, and inside this we have hen, sparrow, or any other word, any other bird. So these are the object, these are the real world entity. For example, if I say you that bird مقصد bird چی است؟ شما باز میگی که bird bird یا کلاس است که دو چی می باشه، دو hen می باشه، sparrow می باشه یا دیگه object دیگه birds می باشه، دو سه است. نو real چی است؟ real hen است or bird چی است؟ This is a class. Yeah, here we have the real world entity is cat, and animal is what? Animal is just only a template. Yeah, we can say this is a blueprint for the cat and dog. Okay, so this is object and this is class name. So here we have class is a collection of objects. بیالی ما گفتم که animal هست، the animal مجموعه object چی است؟ امو animal هست. For example, cat, dog, elephant, goat, cow. صحیح ہے. These objects are combining together to make a animal class. Okay, so class is what? Class is the collection of objects. दया class चंदी objects में है. Okay, ये मजमूआई object as a class does not occupy memory. One thing should be keep in mind. When we create a class, so that class will not occupy a memory. Class के अस्ती जाइना में ये रहता computer. सही है. Class will not occupy a memory. Yeah, we can say class name will not occupy a memory, but object will occupy a memory. So when we create an object, so then it will occupy a memory. But animal, yeah, we can say a class will not occupy a memory. ये जाइना में ये रहता computer. हर चीज़ शुमा class जोड़ के दिन से इस नाम दो दे शुमा हो memory न में ये रहता computer हो object is a real world entity ई memory में ये रहता. So class is not a real world entity, just a template or blueprint. Because of that, the class will not occupy a memory. Okay, understood? Next, we have a syntax of a class. How will we create a class in Java programming? How will we make a class in Java programming? So first of all, you need to write the access modifier. So we will discuss this access modifier in coming lectures. Okay, after that we need, but you should just keep in mind that we have different access modifier, just like public is a access modifier, private is access modifier. Inshallah, we will discuss these in coming lectures. Okay, in details. Private, and we have protected. So these are different access modifier. These are the access modifiers which we are using in Java programming. And here we have access modifier. Then we have a class name, class keyword. This is the class keyword. एक keyword असता हो, सही से? इची असती एक keyword असता, and we should write same like this. Okay, एक keyword should, सही से? Next one, what we have a class name. So this will be a class name, and you can give any name to this class, but the class name should be a proper class name. Just like here I have given an animal is a class name, bird is a class name. Here we can give vehicle is a class name. So is the vehicle motor वगैरह इधर कदम category में है, इधर कदम class में है, the vehicle class में है. सही sir? So here we should have a proper name for the class. in the class name में वाशा. No, this is our access modifier. إذا अगर شما نوشته کردی ام صحیح است، اگر نوشته نکردی ام صحیح است، اگر نوشته نکردی باز دیفالت مودیفایر میگیره. صحیح است؟ خب بعد از این کلاس کیورد و بعد از این کلاس نیم باید باشه و داخل curly bracket start and curly bracket close. صحیح است؟ and inside this we will write the body of the class. in this we will have the methods. اینجا methods می باشه. methods में वाशा attributes. So this body will have methods or attributes. इधर चीज़ में वाशा methods में वाशा वो attributes में वाशा method खुशमो में फॉर्मिंग किया वो function है. attributes ये है हमें variable है. अगर मैं को तुम variable अगर declare making inside है no cause the chimney the attributes नहीं है. So we can say the body of a class is a collection of methods and attributes inside the class. Okay, next what we have, you got this. If you had any questions, so then you can ask. Next we have the object. So in object we can say that object is an instance of a class. What is meant by an instance of a class? So it means when we want to create an object, so first of all we should write a class name, c underscore name. So here we should write a class name, then we should write an object name, obj. Okay, so look at this. This is the declaration of an object, and this object has a type of class name. सही है? इन जमा को हम data type निश्चित न में किन्ह data type इस चीज़ से अमु class name आसे. सही है? ये एक instance एक class आसे, एक variable एक class आसे. सही है? Object is what? This is a variable of a class. We will declare an object by using the class name. Okay, so object is what? This is a variable of a class. Yeah, we can say an instance of a class. Okay, got it? Next one, object is a real world entity. In previous slide I have explained that object is class is not a real world entity, but object is a real world entity. For example, if we have animal class, okay, an animal class, I have told you that we have cat, we have dog, we have element, cow, or any other object. Look at this. So here this cat is a real world entity. This is exist in the world. सही है? ये मौजूद आस्ता. सब cat आस्ता मौजूद आस्ता. ये object आस्ता. Dog आस्ता dog मौजूद आस्ता. सही है? ये real world entity आस्ता. Animal, this is just a blueprint which represent all the elements, animals. Okay, so here object is a real world entity which occupy a memory. Look at this, object occupy a memory, just like other variable occupy a memory. For example, here I am declaring an integer variable x, so x will occupy a memory, either computer memory megira. So here it will occupy memory. Same thing when we are declaring an object, so it will occupy a memory, but class will not occupy a memory. Just keep in mind this thing. Class will not occupy a memory, but object will occupy a memory in a computer. Okay, so object is a real world entity, but class is not a real world, and this is just a blueprint. Okay, so here we have a syntax for the class, sorry, for the object declaration, yeah, for the object definition, yeah, for, okay. So here class, if you want to make an object in a class, so how will we make an object of that class? So first of all, you should write a class name, next you should write an object name, next you should write the new keyword, and after that you should again write the class name, and the parenthesis start and parenthesis close. ایدو قوس است صحیح ایرا باید شما close start or close صحیح. For example, if you want to make an object, for example, here I am creating an object with a class name is equal to animal. This is related to a class name, and here we are taking an object as a cat. And then equal to, here I am taking a new keyword, here we should take a new keyword. Okay, and after that I will write class underscore name. Again I will write the class name animal, and it represent a constructor, and inshallah we will also discuss about the constructor. Yeah, constructor as the, sorry, we should have a parenthesis start, parenthesis close. So here I have create an object. Okay, so with the name is equal to cat, so this is an object. Okay, and now this will occupy a memory, but class will not occupy a memory. Let me just do it practically. So how will we create a class in Java programming, and then object of that class? Look at this. So here let me just create a project for this program, for example, oops, Java, and then I will create, okay, finish this, then create a class inside this new class, give a name to this class, for example, animal. Finish, sorry, okay, finish this, you will have a class. Okay, this, so here what we have this class animal. Okay, this is the access modifier public. So inshallah we will discuss this in coming lecture. We also have private access modifier, we also have protected access modifier. So then we will discuss all of these in coming lectures. Okay, but for now I am taking public. Okay, public class animal. Okay, so when you look at this, so this is a class name, this is a class keyword, this is access modifier. It's like right here what we have in syntax of a class, access modifier. So we have public, and then we have class keyword. Look at this, class keyword. So here we have a class keyword. After that we have a class name, which is animals. Okay, so now when you write a program just like this, so it doesn't occupy a space in the memory. This is just a blueprint for the objects. Okay, برای object فقط blueprint است. این real world entity نیست. Okay, so here we should also have the main function. Without main function the class will not execute. There must be only one main function या main method in a class. Okay, I said more اگر ما چندین class دار, for example ما اینجا یک دیگه class جور میکنیم, for example class birds. So is the class birds. So this is also a class. Okay, and right here there is no need to create another main method. So main method, so here I am creating a main method in this animal class. Okay, you can also create in this class main method, but there must be only one main method in your package. Okay, public static void main, and here I will write string argument area of string having arguments. Okay, so there is a main method, this is the animal class, and this is the bird class. For example, here I'm making an object of animal class. So how will we create the object of an animal class? So here when I'm creating an object of that class, so first of all we should write the name of that class, and then we should write the object, for example cat. So here when you write up to this, so we can say this is called the declaration of object. Declaration of object. This is the declaration of object. Okay, the declaration object as the, what is declaration of object? Giving a data type and name to an object, so that is called declaration of an object. Okay, when your नाम चीज़ type class as the object चीज़ Kate as the name of that object is Kate, so this is called a declaration of a class. So in this case what will happen, so the object will occupy a memory and the value of that memory will be null. Value is null. In the value chase null असतं, आजमी object value null असतं. सही है? वो memory by allocate should. सही है? The memory has been allocated to this cat. Okay, for this blueprint, yeah, for this class. Okay. Next one. For example, I am writing the same thing. Cat is equal to new. So now this is a new keyword which is used for instantiation. Instantiation, says them. And when we write the class name animal, so what is this portion is used for what? For the instantiation, and the second thing is right here we have initialization. This is called instantiation and initialization. Instantiation and initialization means that now it will assign the value which was allocated the memory for Kate. Says e value assign making value assign mesha bachi assign mesha bucket wo inja chisa inja value null asta. In case of declaration value null mein basha, but in case of initial instantiation and initialization e value ची मेशा नावले null ना में बाशा या value दोनों मेशा बहु सही है garbage value दोनों मेशा भाई सही है अगर मौसम value ना दो दिन सही है वो garbage value में बाशा सही है वो इंजा चीज़ इंजा value दोनों मेशा इंजा value चीज़ null आस्ता इंजा फकत memory allocate मेशा सही है हाँ इधर मो dayak line में नष्ट कर दामे तो निम सही है इधर मो dayak line में नष्ट कर दामे में तो निम सही है. For example, if you want to create an object just like in slides, so how will we create an object? Yeah, make an object animal cat is equal to new animal. So now this is the complete object definition. So here I have defined an object. I have created an object with name cat. You can also create another object just like this, animal, for example dog is equal to new animal. So here I have defined two objects, this one and this one. These are the two object of this animal class. Okay, next what we have, let me just check in slides. Okay, so this was class and objects. Object declaration تشریح کردیم. So object declaration چیست؟ فقط نام class نوشته که بعد از این نام object نوشته است. Here memory will have null value. اینجا memory allocate میشه، خود null value میباشه. Object instantiation and initialization. Instantiation and initialization چیست؟ اینجا animal cat is equal to new animal. صحیح است؟ ما مکمل در یک لاین نوشته کردیم. صحیح است؟ New keyword is used for object instantiation. صحیح است؟ Here we have initialization which is animal constructor. صحیح است؟ نامی با خاطر object instantiation و initialization use میشه. و the instantiation و initialization چی میشه؟ Here value is put to a memory that was allocated. اینجا memory که allocate شده بود، اینجا value داده میشه بود. صحیح است؟ به همون object یک value داده میشه. Next one, what we have, so here we have an example. So let me explain this example in real program. Okay, so for example here we have an example of this class. Okay, so before this animal I'm just making two variables, for example string color, second one, okay, color is a keyword, so here I will use colors. Okay, so we cannot use the COLR, just only let me write COLR color, and then we have the int age, for example. Okay, so here I have taken two variables after this class and outside the methods. So we can say this is an attribute and we can say this is an attribute. Okay, یک attribute هست برای class و یک attribute هست برای class. صحیح است؟ و چی هست؟ این method هست. بیشتر ما گفتیم که class body of class consists of attributes and methods. یک method این main method هست. یک دیگه method for example ما اینجا جور میگیم. For example void for example void run. Says, and next one, this is a method. Next method I'm creating, for example void eat. So these are the two methods. Here I'm just displaying a message system dot out.println. Okay, I'm explaining this. Okay, don't worry about this. Sorry. System.out.println. So here I will just display a message. So here we have a message cat and dog run very fast. Okay, next what we have, system dot out.println okay, and dog eat meal. गोश्त में Okay, so here we have two methods without main methods. Sayısı cama dün methods doğru without main methods. Sayısı we çizse idu attribute asa. Sayısı now through this class we can access these two variables, okay, and we can also access these two methods. Says for example cat object asta. Through this cat object, look at this, cat dot color is equal to, so we can say cat dot color is equal to, this is a string value, so we should enclose this in a double quotes, okay. Cat dot age is equal to, for example we can say is equal to for example age is equal to, so I have taken integer value, so for this, for example 1 year, okay. So look at this, what this is the instantiation and the initialization. So here I have given a value to an object attribute by using the reference of an object. In the reference object ma use kede uma value ba attribute a class dağılım sayısı. So only value e attribute as the e value age kya as the age is equal to 1, e value e attribute as the sayısı. So we can assign value to attribute by the reference of this object, by reference object reference çıksın mı more dot işte begin sayısı object name, then dot you can give a value to the reference. Yeah, we can give value to these two by using this cat object, and these two are the instance variable. Okay, this is the instance variable. These two are also called instance variable. Instance variable says we do instance variable as the was more istifada megan dami method says them we do value give the white and age is equal to 1. So now you can use these two variable in any method you want. Look at this, for example in this main method, sorry, in this run method I'm using this attribute says them. For example we have system dot out dot print ln. So here what we have cat has color, cat has amur rank a display making says plus concatenation as shumari form says the color o plus message as the cat has in the value is white, so cat has white color, cat has white color. And here for example let me just also display the age dot print ln. So here you will see cat is, and here I will display age and plus, and here I will just print a message old, so here old. Look at this, it will display that cat is 6 year olds 1 year value 1000, so it will display cat is 1 year old. Okay, cat is 1 year old. अगर शुमार 2000 जा तो मुझे display में शायद cat is 2 year old. Let me just display this, execute, save it. So what will you see? So here we have an output. The value of the local variable dog is not used. Animal خاص است خیلی مشکل است message چرا display نهد console. Okay, so sorry, here we should call also a method. اینجا method است. این method خب ما کار نکردیم نه، ما بی خاطری execute نشد نه، این method رو باید ما کال کنیم باز execute نشه و message display میکنه. اینجا دو value دادیم صحیح است، ولی instance variable بود ولی یک method چیکسم کال میشه. یا ما در درس گذشته با شما گفته بودیم اینجا object ما میگیرم kit dot method چیست run. Save this. Now you will see that first of all it will take in this man method, it will take color is equal to white, it will take age is equal to 1, and then it will call the run method. So here we have run method, so it will be called, okay, and a message will be displayed to you. See this? So here cat and dog run very fast. Cat has white color and cat is 1 year old. So this is the program in which we are assigning a value to variable, yeah, instance variable in a class. Okay, next what we have. Okay, so here in this program this is just like same like that program, okay, and here we have some object portions. Okay, object consists of identity. Object means identity. In the identity is the name of the object. Example is the cat. In this the program name of the object is the cat as the identity dara dom chi dara state or attribute dara. State or attribute color age as the color or age is the these are the states or we can say attribute of the objects. In jama जरिए मी object mo मी to attribute value dotum. सही है और सेम चीज the object behavior as the object behavior eat or run method as the अगर शुमा इंजो साइकिल नहीं जो मधु method गिरफ्ती एक चीज eat as the sorry run as the वो एक चीज eat as the सही से ये एक run method as the एक eat method as इधु चीज these are the behavior of object. So now here I have called a run method through this object, okay, cat object. You can also call the eat object. Look at this, cat dot eat, okay, cat dot eat object. So through this we can also call a method because a method is the behavior of an object. Look at this, when you execute this, so it will also have the eat method, okay. So look at this, cat and dog eat meal. सही है, ये method हम call should. सही है. So methods are the behavior of object. These two instance variable through which which we give value to object. So these are the attribute or state of object, and this is the name of object. Okay. Next what we have. Okay, so this was the end of this lecture. Inshallah, in next lecture we will discuss about some other properties of class and object, and we will also discuss about the inheritance. Okay, if you had any questions, so then you can ask those questions. Okay, so this is for today's lecture.